Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that I'm not like taking up ATI's time. Hey, oh my God, I'm so excited that people are here. Yay. Hell yeah. I love going live and I love talking to you guys. It's truly my life. And that's it. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hey. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Raven. Hi, Lee. Anna. Thank you guys for being here. Ew, not me. I sound like an influencer. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here today. Long time no see. So crazy. This is group therapy. Oh my gosh. Thank you for spending time. Say less. You guys, I need to tell you about something and I need opinions because I'm cringing about it. But like, I can't say the, well, I can't say the brand because they'll probably fire me. But um, I have to make an ad for this new show coming out and I actually really want to see the show because it's definitely like kind of my vibe. If you've ever seen Nashville, it seems like sort of like that, but a little more drama-y. And I have to make an ad for it. And they sent me like examples because I truly don't know what to do. And I was cringing so hard. I don't know how to make this ad and not be embarrassed to post it. Like Alex is live on the way in. Yes. Megan, I'm dead. How did you fucking guess that? I'm dead. I thought it'd be really cute. Okay, hear me out. I thought it'd be really cute to like do some sort of pardon while I try to gather my thoughts and make this sound like something like me sitting in my normal clothing and I'm like, oh, I could just never like get into that. And then I play the song and it's like me pulling up cowboy boots and then like putting on a flannel and then a cowboy hat. I don't know, is that stupid? Not no, it's on Fox. No, you don't got no, you don't have to delete it. I'm not that worried. Like they're not paying me enough to care. Be an actor. I want to be an actor so bad. And I am so happy that I can say this out loud without being embarrassed anymore because it's what I've wanted to do literally since I could believe, like, before I was born. I swear. My mom says I came out of the womb like wanting to be an actor. And yes, Elise, lip singing. Yeah. Um, join the hype house. Probably not. But I used to act when I was younger and I was like a really ugly kid. It was just really unfortunate. Like no boys liked me. It was like the whole thing. And the casting directors were so mean to me. And I feel like back then it was way worse when um I don't know, like before Me Too and everything happened, like I feel like that whole scene was so fucked up, especially in child acting. And they told me I was ugly and that I needed to come back when my teeth were straight. And I had braces for like 8 years, so I kind of just like cried and gave up. Um, how about hosting a TV show? Oh, wait, what genres do you want to act in? Honestly, I don't know. And I'm not like a movie buff. Like I'm not obsessed with movies or anything, but I love books and I love reading like real stories or stories that I can really get into. When I get into a book, I have to finish it that day. Like if I have to know the ending or I will not be able to sleep. I'm like that in everything with TV shows. I need the full thing to come out or I'm on the edge of my seat screaming, crying, throwing up. Um so I want to do stuff like, has anyone read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo? That book, I think, was the book that I read and it got me back into reading. Yeah, acting is hard. She got rejected a lot, but honestly, I'm kind of used to it now, so I don't really care, you know? I feel like going on Love Island definitely taught me how to feel comfortable in front of the camera, stop acting like a little bitch and just be yourself because they're going to like you or they're going to hate you. You can't do anything about it, you know? So I want to tell like real stories or stories that make an impact on someone's life or something that I can really get into. We need a Bestie Island show. I'm dead. Oh my god, that'd be so fun if we all dead. I love that. Do you write? I do. I do write. Um, I love improv because personally for me, I started reading like the Meisner book, and first of all, him explaining his acting things gives me so much anxiety, but it's the way that I would most likely act is from reacting to people because when I have lines, it just doesn't come out right, you know? You wanna yes, I wanna make people feel something. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. Do I sing? Um, my friends will kill me if I say no, but to be honest, like, I don't have a terrible voice, but I am no Selly. Like, I can hold a tune and I love music and I love playing instruments. Like I have a piano over there that has been neglected since this started. And I now have 4 guitars. I just bought a talent. I'm reading your comments as a baby Taylor guitar. So I'm very excited about it because it was like a big girl purchase. And yes, the repeating Meisner thing is confusing. Yes, Michelle. Oh my God. So I love it, but I don't feel comfortable enough to do it in front of other people, if that makes sense. And I don't feel like my skill level is at that point to like feel like I did a good job if I performed for someone, if that makes sense. You can get a acting coach. Yeah, I had an acting coach in college. He, I'm not gonna lie, was wild. And like I feel like a lot of acting coaches sometimes can push you to extents that you don't want to go to be honest. Like I'm just going to be real. This is a trigger warning, by the way, trigger warning about eating. Um when I was in college, I was like not I wasn't big, but like people called me fat. And my acting coach told me that it was so sad because my face was like so beautiful on camera. I'm gonna cry talking about this. Um, but like I needed to like fix my body. So that kind of triggered like a lot of problems with food. So sorry for the trigger. Um, so I think that's why I kind of steered away from it. And that was the last acting coach I had. So just a little thingy. Do an album. Stop it. What? Yes, Selly and Bella are so good at singing. I die when I hear Selly's voice. Me and Selly, I brought Selly to a party one time to one of my best guy friends, and they made her sing, and it was so iconic. All of the guys' mouths were on the floor. They were just in awe of her voice, and I loved that for her, and I was like, "I wish I could sing like that." It's just not a thing. What Love Island girls moved in together after the show? I don't know if any did. Do you guys know of any? I don't think any did, unless I'm mistaken. I'm just like I can see the barbecue boys. Matt, excuse me. Um, Maddie and Deb said they want to live together. I feel like that always happens, and then you never really end up doing it. But I hope they do because they seem best friends. Sally and Justine didn't live together, but they lived in the same building, so I guess that's close enough. Yeah, exactly, Raven. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's like you already lived with them once, and you're like, do I do I need to do this again? I personally live alone and I just enjoy being alone. I enjoy living alone. Let me rephrase that because I get lonely a lot. And sometimes I think about how nice it would be to have a roommate, but then I remember all of the like traumatizing things that happen when you have a roommate. So I just like prefer to come home and remember where I threw my sweatshirt that's on the ground on the floor in the corner and no one's like yelling at me about it. except if Elizabeth comes over and says, like, clean your shit up. Would living together for the couples be easier after the villa? That's a good question. I feel like yes and no. And the only reason I don't have like a solid answer on it is because you definitely get comfortable with all of the things, I've honestly never lived with a guy, so I can't speak to outside world 100%, but this is just my take. Um when you're in the villa, everything's taken care of for you. You're not cooking meals mostly. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have social media. You have nothing but time to get to know each other, sleep in bed together. You get really comfy, like pee in front of each other, take off your makeup. Like that used to be so scary for me, like taking my makeup off in front of a guy. It was just like I felt embarrassed. Like all of those things, you overcome those insecurities and the comfortability is there, but I don't know about when you get on the outside and you're in the real world, you have to you have to pay your bills. You have to pay rent. Who's got a job? I know I talked about it at some point during a live. Like resentment sometimes comes from these kinds of shows. And I can only speak for my season, but I know that after our season, obviously, like the girls got more attention than the guys, and that sucked. And the guys didn't get as many opportunities as the girls did. So it definitely made some relationships rocky because there was resentment there. And personally, like I felt that I couldn't be upfront with like my financial situation, like how much I was making, because I felt like I would it, it was going to upset the person I was with at that time. And so I think like money is such an issue and it really is and you don't realize it and the factor of that being taken away in the villa is such a big thing when you come back out. And I think integrating your friends, seeing if they like them, like they don't know them. So I don't know. It's a lot of things. I think it can go both ways. I think it can be great, but I think it can also be a disaster. Sorry, I'm scrolling up just to see. I saw a few comments. Is Sally still together with the boy she met at the villa? Maria, absolutely not. Do you think the UK couples last longer because the show is longer, so they experience more? Yes, I do. And personally, I don't know if this is like controversial. I don't know. These are just my thoughts just coming out my ass. So, um, I think that they all know number one, they're going on there, they're getting famous. They're like the Kardashians over there. I think that they have more inclination to make it work because they all get huge deals at the main girls that end up at the finals and a lot of other people too. Um, I also do think time is a factor. You think what we're at was this 6 weeks? It doesn't feel like 6 weeks, but that's what someone said. These are 6 weeks is truly a month and 2 weeks. You don't start seeing red flags or things that annoy you probably up until this point would be the point you start noticing these things because it's the honeymoon stage. And I think that's what we're seeing with Deb and Jesse and Sydney and Isaiah, all of these hurdles. But there could be so much more if they went for a full 2 months because that's a long time. It's a long time. I don't know why they don't make it the same. I did ask a producer, I said, like, can we make this season longer? Like, what's going on? And he was like, you want it to be longer? Oh my God. Like, I think this is perfect. Long enough. So I don't know. I guess it's just the US way of doing things. Um, was anyone self-conscious about being filmed right when you wake up? I mean, for the first couple of days, for sure, I just like thought for some reason this was in my head, like I was the ugliest person without makeup. And like I let that rule me for so long. And that was my biggest concern going on Love Island. And that sounds so superficial. And I can't even believe that I felt that way now. But I thought I was so ugly without makeup. And then I started to connect with people, and like people would make nice comments that kind of triggered my brain into believing, okay, you know what, Alex? Like, fuck everyone. Who cares? What if they think you're ugly without makeup? I don't care. You're still beautiful. Like, everything's fine. So I think for the first week, I was definitely like, wear the sunglasses, like, put them on my face and get me to the makeup room, especially when they brought the boys in right when we woke up. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, fuck. I cannot take showers with other people around. How'd you feel about that? You didn't really shower with everyone around. We usually showered during dinner, so people would still be eating, and then one person would go in the shower. And sometimes I wouldn't take a shower because there wasn't enough time. That's sick. What percentage of the Islanders do you feel truly looking for love? That depends. Do you mean this season or overall? Um, I think overall, I wouldn't say the word love. And I don't mean that as like no one's looking for love, but it's really hard to just go in there and be like, I'm going to fall in love. So I think a percentage, probably, I want to say 75, 80% of the people that go onto that show are looking to try something new, wanted an adventure, think maybe they can find a guy. If they do find a guy, that's amazing. That's an extra factor. But like, think about it. Love can be in so many different ways. Like, I fell in love with all of the production crew. They are like my family. I fell in love with all of the people on that show. Every single Islander that came in, like, I felt like they were my family. It's more than just finding your person, because let's be honest, when you're going on there, what, I don't know how many Islanders there were this year. There were a shit ton, but for ours, I think there was like 20 something people. There's only so many people until you're like, okay, none of these people are my people. So you can't be guaranteed love. And I think a lot of people know that going in. So they go in with the open mind of falling in love, but also to get an awesome experience and have something like under your belt that really not a lot of people get to experience. Why do you think the US has had a 0% success rate in lasting couples? I kind of touched on this, but I think for UK that they have longer periods of time to get to know each other, so they really do know if they like them or not. Um, I feel like they have a lot more challenges in like bonding things. Uh, I think proximity is a huge factor. And I think that's why a lot of people were from LA this season, because they wanted to keep people close so that relationships could be maintained. Because when you think about it, like, think about if Isaiah still lived in like South Dakota and Sydney lived in LA. It's really hard to come out of the villa and then have just a long distance relationship right after that. It's super, super hard. And then you have regular life factors that come in that just sometimes like you don't mesh in each other's real life. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Do the cast ever go back to watch full on episodes of the show? I watch my season all the time. I think it's hilarious. I love it. I think there is a huge financial incentive to stay together. I totally agree for UK. I don't think so much for US. I think another big factor as to why UK couples stay together longer is because most of them aren't as yeah, exactly. Like proximity. Like, I am really bad at geography, but I know that the UK is small. So it's just harder. I mean, it's easier. It's harder for the US. If I'd spent 2 months with anyone, I'd end up hating them. I'm dead, Michelle. Literally same. Yeah, the show just doesn't translate in the same in the US. I totally agree with you. I think that I loved that in the first couple of seasons, they were kind of finding their own footing instead of completely copying the UK. But now I really wanted them to copy the UK because I thought it was going to be amazing, but it's just not the same. I think they need to somehow format it into their own without losing any of the beloved UK parts, but they need to make it their own. We've also seen success, so there's hope to it. Yeah, totally agree. Join a dance class. I'm dead. Do you know that I cannot dance? After Casa is a drag, so adding another element maybe would work with a longer season. I agree. I don't know what it could be, but that's what the producers are for. Olivia, this means so, so much to me. I have struggled with this my whole entire life. So hearing that I helped you, fuck, I'm gonna cry. Um, that I helped you in any way. Thank you so much. Seriously, that is so, so nice. And you're beautiful. Anyone get in big trouble with your production? I got in trouble one time. This was so bad. So I feel like a lot of you know about our season where we had our mom and dad in the villa, like Daddy Ike and Mommy Michelle, and they were like our producers. And one day I got so heated. I was just like at the end of my wits and I got in a screaming match with Ike. I still feel bad about it to this day, but it's because Katrina had to choose between I forget who it was, honestly, now that I'm trying to think about it on the spot, but, she didn't know what to say because she was literally just picking just because she had to pick, and she did not know what to say, and she's like, "Alex, you're a publicist, like, you can help me, like, write something that makes sense." So I was trying to write something for her, and oh my god, it was scandalous. Like, I got my phone taken away, and we all had to sit, like, up 6 feet apart in isolation until a recoupling because we weren't allowed to talk because I was giving her, like, phrases of what to say. Yes, yes, our season had the Twitter game, and our tweets were savage. They did not show a lot of them. Like, that's why I asked Joel if he saw any tweets that we didn't see, and he said no, so I was shocked. I think Joel was looking for love too. I totally think he was. I think I, like, don't wanna jinx it, but I feel like Bella and him are gonna get married. Can you explain the off days where they're separate boys and girls? How often did this happen? So I only know for my season, I don't know if they still do this, but for my season, we had off days on Saturdays, and it basically, like, you weren't off technically. The cameras are still rolling 24/7. They're filming everything. You still wear your mics, I think. And uh like we the girls hang out with one of the girl producers and then the guys hang out with one of the guy ones and you just like talk about normal life. You just don't talk about what's going on in the villa because it's like your day off. You don't have to talk about it. But we do get separated just because they don't want us to further anything and like not be able to use it, you know? Music situation. There is no music. On off days, they would let the boys listen to music if we went out somewhere. Um, but that was the only day they could listen to music. Trying to oh shit. Oh my gosh. There were so many genuine people this season. Totally agree. What can you do with the phones they give the Islanders? You can take photos and we were able to text other Islanders, although it did not work half the time, like most of the time. So if you texted an Islander, it would come through like 3 days later and you'd be like, what the fuck? Like they went home. This is so weird. Um, and so like we were never like texting each other tea because it was connected to the producers so they could see everything we were saying. So there was no point. That's why Jesse blah 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 constantly think. No, I I get this. And I did notice Jesse does do this. And sometimes you're just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I truly could care less. And it's hard to keep that momentum like the entire time you're there. It's just hard. And It's sometimes boring to talk about other people, especially if nothing's going on. It's just like, ugh. If I was in the villa, I'd try to sneak out constantly. I am dead, Elise. Security would have your ass real quick. Sorry, I'm just reading the no Beyonce, no nothing. How would you rank the Love Island USA seasons as far as how enjoyable they were? Okay. Number two, season two was definitely like, I think it's the best one. I think they had the best people. Um, Also, like, am I biased because I'm friends with a lot of them? Yeah, probably. But uh season four would probably have to be my second just because it's been so messy. Uh then season three and then season one. How do you get the how do you get the photos back? This is such a good question. So, of course, our photos got messed up when they were trying to transfer them over to the server. And so we only got like a handful of them. And we had such funny photos. We had hilarious videos from Weston's birthday. I was so sad like that we didn't get them because they were such good memories. And it was the only way, besides being filmed on TV, but like the only way to see those memories in real life. You know what I mean? Did it seem like Deb was kind of checking out these past few episodes? Honestly, I feel like a lot of it, you go through waves in there and you check out sometimes. Like it's so natural. And just sometimes you're like, you're over it. You're like, I want to go home. I want to hug my mom. Season two is superior. I totally agree. I thought, yeah, you had music coming out at night after the toast. People were dancing, right? So, okay, so these are the dance scenes. I think I've referred to them before. Um, Basically, so when you all come out, that's the only time there's like a cameraman and you do the slow-mo dance scenes and that's for like 20 minutes, but the music is like I can't even explain it. Let me see if I can try to find something on Spotify that could mimic it because honestly, I was so shocked by it that I went into anaphylactic shock. That makes no sense, but I'm like no words music. Like it would be like this. I'm just picking one random. No, okay, that's too slow. But it'd be like this would be like the music. There was no pop, like popular music, nothing. I just gotta text my mom that I'm on live because it's her birthday. She called me. Do I still talk to Westing? Yes, I do. It was his birthday recently. I just texted him. He sent me a really, really nice message back. If you go back and watch your season, no, I do not. I wish it's not a thing. I don't think it's a thing for people that are on reality TV. Favorite male Islander, favorite male Islander friends from your season. Yemen is so fun, but he moved away, so I haven't seen him in a while. I honestly really haven't seen any of the boys. The last person I saw was, I think, Weston. I love Ray. I love Ray. Um, but I saw Weston. Like Weston is like a brother. Honestly, I love him so much. That's so interesting. I would say 4, 2, 1, 3. Huh. Okay. I know a lot of people like didn't like three. I think like it's kind of hard to even give my opinion because by the end of every season, I just like I'm so over it because I've been talking about it for every day. Um, oh, this is so nice. Season one was so underrated and the most genuine. Thank you. I truly do think that most of us were there for love. And I've told you guys this a million times. Like when they told us there was a cash prize, like we had to reshoot the scene because none of us reacted like excited because we didn't care enough. Like we just wanted to be on the island with our friends and like have fun and do these crazy things, you know? I don't like keep up talking with Marley, but like we're still friends on Instagram and stuff. I still talk to Weston. That would be I would be that annoying person in the villa that would video and take pics of everything for the sake of memories, dead ass. And then you're like, wait, I can go back and watch all of this. But it's so fun. And the cameras on the phones, do they have iPhones this year? Whatever phones we had, the cameras were prime time. And then I don't know why Love Island does this, but they put those like little like sparkles and like bubbles over them. And it just like clouded the photo. I was like, what the fuck? Not the elevator music. I know. I still don't get. Oh, wait. Jesse's family come on celibacy, saying he doesn't like PDA. Previous confirmed to me that Jesse has conservative views on intimacy and limited experience. That's a good thing to know, actually. That makes a lot of sense. And I wish that I'm sure he's talked about it, but like the edit just doesn't make any sense. I wish that they would like show that so that we understood it. I don't know. I don't know if he's playing the game. I don't know. I'll tell my mom you guys say happy birthday. I'm dead. Stamen. Yaman. 2 and 3 are lame. Interesting. I've never heard anyone say that. Like everyone loves season 2 so much. What's your favorite thing about being from Philly? I'm from Philly too. Ooh. Honestly, like I don't love Philly anymore. It's gotten like kind of scary recently, but a lot of my best friends still live there. I used to work for the Phillies. I was like a beer tub girl. So like I would like give people beer. So I loved that. It was so fun, like working at the ballpark. A lot of fun. But like a lot of scary nights too. One time these guys slapped my ass and I told on them, of course, because like fuck off. And they got kicked out of the bar and waited for me by my they found out what my car was. I don't know how. And they waited for me by my car. And it was the scariest moment of my life. I liked the people, but the drama was eh. I binged 1, 2, and 3 after they aired. So they're all blur. I thought you said yesterday, and I was like, wow, you have not seen daylight or sleep. Move to Peacock. The phone cases are so cute, honestly. Honestly, they're not even like phone cases. I think it's just the color of the phone and then your name on the back. Who is the worst at pretending to say, I got a text? Wait, sorry. Okay, wait. Let me go in order. Sorry. What is it like when you first arrive in the villa? So, when I arrived, I was in a van and I was with my chaperone, and she was like, "Okay, you're gonna be the first going in." I was in a robe and my green bathing suit underneath, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So I went into a tent, fixed up my makeup. Ariel came in and said hi to me because like she was really nervous and wanted to meet someone, and like everyone was nervous. It was the first day of everything starting, and then I got into the Jeep and I was like standing and like screaming like, "Woo, Love Island." And then I met Caro and it was like an out of body experience. I truly felt like I had no idea what I was doing and I was so nervous and I just like was running around the villa just screaming my head off like being a crazy. Do you have access to I don't think we have access to them anymore, and we didn't get all of them because someone fucked up the transfer from the phones to whatever they were downloading it to, so we got screwed. I don't think anyone was well, you never really pretend to say I got a text because like, you always just say it when you got one. Yeah, I totally agree, Brooke. If 2 was on I'm dead. You're so right, Isaac. Has to be oh, hell no. Do you do social media full time? I don't like to say honestly, that's what I say that I'm in, like, marketing when people ask me what I do because I just, like, am so embarrassed about it, and honestly, I find if you, like, watch other videos on my channel, you just know that I am not the type of person that wants to like sell something to someone or like talk someone into buying something just because I'm getting paid to do it. I worked on the complete opposite side where I did PR for brands and I would work with influencers, but as the brand manager. And people will do anything for a dollar. That's all I have to say. And if I am ever promoting something, it's because it's authentic or I just really need to pay my rent. No, I'm kidding. But I have turned down so many things because I'm just like, it's just not me. I'm not trying to make my followers like click on this profile. It just makes no sense. Doesn't work. And I always ask to test a product before I get it and mention anything about it. I think it's so shady if they don't let you test it before they pay you for it. So I don't know. I would love to do social media, but in my own way. I just don't know what that is yet. Hey, Olivia, thank you. You should totally react to your seasons. Okay, I will. I'll do it. I gotta figure out how to get like two screens in here. Um, oh wait, so you know you're first because I swear 90% of the people always act surprised, like, wow, are we first? Yeah, we knew. We knew that we were first. Um, and it's like it was so crazy. It was like really fun to find out that you were going to be an OG. Um, at the time, the executive producers, I don't know if any of this happens anymore because of COVID, which is kind of sad, but uh you get brought into this like conference room, which ended up being a place where like we had dates later, and it's all of the like big wigs. So like something's happening, but they don't tell you what. And they sit you down and they go over the rules of Love Island, and then they're like, so congrats, like you're gonna be one of the first people in the villa. And I just like have chills every time I think about it. It was such a wild feeling. And like for someone to believe in me that much was something that I never experienced, and I loved every second of it. How long did it take for everyone to get comfortable? I feel like I was the outsider at first, and it was so hard for me to get comfortable and talk about anything. I just wasn't like I thought I was an open person, but when you get in a big room of personalities, you realize that even if you have a big personality, sometimes you just step back because people's are bigger than yours, which is wild. But I feel like after a lot of the couples in the beginning, they had pillow talk, and that was, like, when you get comfortable and you can talk about things that aren't, like, gonna be crazy aired. So when I was coupled up with Michael, like, we just did not have that, and I just didn't know my emotional intelligence was definitely not where it needed to be on the show, and when I was trying to, like, get to know Michael, it was so hard, and it made me feel like an outsider because we never had pillow talk. So I felt like for the first week until Dylan came in and we recoupled and we actually connected, um, it was hard. It was really hard to get comfortable. Uh, Me and Mallory she was like the first person that I ever really probably got super comfortable with and did everything with. Ow. Sorry, did you just hear that? My jaw is cracking. How awkward was the coupling with Michael? I'm dead. Um, At the start, like, it wasn't awkward because everyone coupling was super awkward. Like, I think all of us were like, "Oh, fuck, what did we sign up for?" Just because none of them were really my type, so I didn't know what to expect. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going home." Like, there's no way I'm staying. Totally agree. Such a unique experience, and just, like, not even girlfriends, just family, like, even if you guys don't talk, you get in a fight, something happens, like, they're gonna be there for you, like, they're ride or die, which I love. I haven't talked to Michael. So, I think sometimes we'll, like, DM back and forth, he'll, like, react to a story or something. You and Dylan were so cute, voted for you. Thank you, that's so nice. Is it super weird to cry in the villa? Yeah, at first, when I cried, like, that first time, I was like, "Oh my god, kill me. This is definitely everyone's gonna be like, this girl is so annoying." And, um, and then, like, the second time I cried, I just had so much pressure coming from everywhere. And then I got sent into the beach hut and I was just so upset about the pressure and I just like started crying and I felt so awkward, but like there was not when I am uncomfortable and I feel hurt or pressured and I like can't take it and like I kind of go into a panic attack, I just cry. Like and there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. Were you nervous stepping forward? Um Yeah, I was. I mean, I was self-conscious. I'm sure everyone was. Comparing yourself is the worst thing you could do. But obviously, every girl was beautiful there. And I was kind of like, well, at this point, I either step forward or what happens. So I had to. So I don't think I was like nervous. The sexy challenges. Well, that's why I wore a hot dog. I loved Caro. Caro was one of my best friends. And I was so shocked to see the opinions about her and like my friends and everyone had such strong opinions about her and they were like, "Are you friends with her?" And I was like, "Yes, I love her." And um I was just shocked and then I saw the way she was edited and I was like, "Okay, this is like not Caro at all. Caro is amazing." She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Yeah, we're literally just hanging out, having combos. Um I'm, like, trying to think of what we did. It was you get so bored. So bored. I know, I'm still going, Shaq. I gotta go soon. It's 3. What's it like going to the beach hut? It's like this. It's like sitting here, except you have your mic around you, and, um, I had one of the let me find a oh, I have one. It's like this. So I would be sitting like this in the chair, and this would be propped up, and there's huge lights everywhere. And um, it's just this like a camera like this, and a voice coming out asking you about what's going on. I find it crazy how if you're really going through it, you still have to carry on with your day like nothing happened. Yeah, deadass. I need the I need Elizabeth to be here when we talk about the reunion because she has to remind me of a lot of things. That was like a month after I broke my jaw, and I think I was really out of it. No, I have not seen X on the Beach. I have not, but I heard about it when Carol got off. She texted me. I was dead. Good. I'm so glad you like this behind the scenes. I am going to try to make that like really cringy content. We'll see what I do with it. I'll try to make it good. I thought my ice cream one was pretty funny. If you guys didn't go like it on Instagram, please do because I thought it was a creative genius and the ice cream is low key so good. Um, so go like that. Just do it. And thank you all for coming over from the live. Every before this, sorry. I'm like before I go. Um Did anyone use the pool this season? It seems like they never. I feel like every season it seems like no one ever uses the pools, but it's really just because you can't wear your mics in the pool, so they never use any shots unless it's like, a little sequence put together. Um, can't wear your mics in the pool, so they can't catch any conversation. So they don't really um use those scenes because they're useless and take up time. And I am crying. You saw the clip. I didn't watch the clip, but I heard all about it. So, anyway, um, what's today? There's an unseen bits. Probably won't do anything tomorrow. We're going to a watch party tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Hopefully, see some old faces and beg them to put me on the newest season of Love Island. Just kidding. I'm gonna tell them that everyone in the live chat, and I'm gonna make up a crazy number. Like 5,000 people literally said they want me back. So, um, But anyway, yeah, we will be back with the finale, and then we have our interviews with the Islanders Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're gonna do Mackenzie Wednesday. Um, I don't know if I'll watch the Unseen Bits tonight. We'll see if I go to my friend's house or not. I think I need some human interaction. Been in my apartment alone all day. But thank you so much for coming over and talking with me. I love talking to you guys. And yes, we need me coming in on a helicopter. I will literally like fly in from the rope and land in the pool. Be like, I'm here. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining this. And I have so much fun talking to you. I don't even want to leave, but let's figure out some times to do this. Let's do it. I love you. I love you all. I love you all. I love you so much. Me and my one artwork. I love you. Bye.